Hey peeps around the world, it's St. Patty's Day. I'm waking up with a cup of joe. This is just a vlog, nothing science-y or real technical, just talking. I actually recorded a video yesterday, but the audio kind of came out muffled because I was talking behind the camera and was not received well, understandably. I have a little bit of Irish in me, just slightly on my mom's side, as far as I'm aware. I went to the Boulder Coffee this morning, and it's a pretty happening place. All walks of life show up there, and I saw this, maybe they were dating in scrubs, who knows what they were majoring in or whatnot, but they looked about late 20s, early 30s, and, I wanted to walk up. I had to resist the urge. To walk up to them and say, hey, I used to be a caregiver, and healthcare professional. Did you also know that the World Health Organization says climate change is the greatest threat to physical well-being and health? Do you know that? Oh, okay, just letting you know. But I didn't. I resist the temptation often. People want to know, they can just literally Google climate change. Like it's not that hard. But on a personal note, I'm just gonna come out and say it. I think the only point of women is to have offspring with. The women nowadays in our culture are so, and men are so hung up or in debt or have trauma from their parents' generation who never took care of their mental health. That's just so common. It's so common. There are a few rare, exceptionally great men and women out there, but they've already been snatched up by 24. Hands down, they've been snatched up. Period. I want to just talk about my plans. This channel has just reached over 100. It's almost to 100,000 views. I think I'm up to 99,000 total views on this channel, which is really something. And I'm finally also at the point where I'm not hemorrhaging subscribers. Like for a while, it was like up 30, down 20, up 5, down 4. It was just like oscillating wildly. But it seems I'm kind of stuck at 791. Like no matter what I publish, I can't seem to lose subscribers unless I do something really outlandish. But there's, like my friend said, there's a few of my videos that are like, nail it. Like that's the message I'd want anybody to see or get from my channel. And of course, there's a lot of personal kind of heavy stuff. Everybody has their own story. Everybody's traumas differently. You process differently. And you don't really know someone's troubles until you walk into their shoes. And that's that. Who are you to say? You could just offer some counseling, some guidance, but you can't live with what other people have been through. And, that's just it's really alienating when I meet people who have had such a cushy, cozy life, especially an older person. It's like we're two different countries, two different planets. We can't even relate. They ask me how I'm doing, and I'm like, surviving. They're so out of tune. They're like, oh, that's better than, like, not living. I'm like, yeah. Here, you want me to show you the intergenerational wealth, how fucked my generation got? Hey, you want to see the global average temperature? Like, how insulated in a bubble. I meet so many people like that here. Just so sheltered in a bubble. Predominantly, this Western culture. As a result of fossil fuels and cheap energy. Back on vlogging, I plan on moving to Alabama middle of this year. One of my subscribers, who's been subscribed to this channel for like a year, I'm thinking at this point, offered me a piece of land to stay on, and I don't know much details about it, but I'm going to take him up on the offer because this is a slow death here in this lifestyle. The enormity of the challenge we face, if this is the deciding decade, is so massive that we can't even, we're not even talking to each other. Like, I've made enough content about this. So I'm going to take up on this land and break away from society and produce content still, but focus more on what you guys want to hear. Like, at that point, I'll get feedback and see where we're at collectively as a community. what you guys want to see more of. You know, do you want to know about climatic weather disasters around the world? Because they're everywhere now. You know, every day is a flood or snow hailstorm in Turkey, Greece, everywhere. Like, you can know about all of it, but what you care about is the ambient temperature where you're at. You know, clearly weather, but it's good. It's cool to know. It's cool to know. And I got into a bit of a stinker of some credit card debt here. I just took out, I was in an emergency, needed a bed, and I took out an IKEA credit card. I think it's like 30% interest. Like, it's crazy. And like, I tried to return things, it didn't process. And so basically, like, I'm just not going to pay it straight up. Like, I'll keep one or two of my cards active in case of emergencies, but like another one, I'm just going to be like, I know it's going to ding my credit score like 50 points or whatever. I don't even care. If they call me like, you owe us, be like, the world's ending in T-minus 8 years. Fuck you, the world's ending. Like, I'm not even going to, you know, like, credit score. Can you imagine the world in 2030? Even what that even looks like? You think there'll still be a credit score system? I won't be applying for like a house or a boat or anything. At most, I might buy a new vehicle, like a camper van, if it came to that point and I need to like be travel. But no, I'm pretty much hunkering down. Like, I'm getting a head start early. I intend on doing that. It's spring. It's a perfect 75 degrees. And the last thing I wanted to talk about was, I watched SpiderMan last night before I went to bed. You know, another superhero movie. It was like one of the top selling movies this or last year. Both. It was good. It actually was good, considering it took, you know, billions of dollars to make. I think I'm going to stream next week and hang out with all of you guys. We'll take questions and toke a bowl together. Last but not least, I want to hear you guys' feedback, input about Guy McPherson's prediction about nuclear meltdown. He's never really clarified it. He just kind of says it in passing. Maybe he has, but it's so brief, he doesn't reiterate every time. But he says there's going to be uncontrolled nuclear meltdown. Is that as a result of extreme weather events striking nuclear facilities and or people not manning them to operate them? I think that's what he means, because that's the only way, not the only way, there's many ways the power grid goes down, for instance. So any number of ways, those things, you know, they're not going to all explode at once. You know, I'd like to see more detail. I'm sure there's a map out there, like a detailed map that shows where these nuclear facilities are located and how vulnerable they are to weather disasters. I think a lot of them are by the coast, right? Just clarifying. Might give some more details on that. So anyways, I wanted to update you guys. I'm at peace. I'm not really reading any books right now. I'm literally just trying to maintain life. Like I said, I make $28,000 a year, or at least I did last year, and that is just above living, like acceptable living, finance income. You know, any less than that, and you're struggling even more, and that's sad. That's a lot of money to be just barely surviving, and I have no desire to work harder, slave my life away for a system that's destroying my future. Maybe it was better if I didn't know. If I didn't know what was coming, I might be graduating college and working for a big firm and mindlessly getting in my car every day, checking my Facebook notifications, make sure my appearance is fine and all my friends and family members like me and I'm holding a baby or a dog. That would be an alternate reality. But instead, I was handed the IPCC in 2016, and it changed the course of my life forever. And this is where I am, reporting to you every week what's happening in the world. Thanks for being subscribers. Thanks for donating and keeping this channel going. You know, I pour my heart and soul into a lot of these projects, and your continued support and my, you know, the usual subscribers, like, you guys are my pals. Like, we have like a real community on YouTube, and thank you for supporting me this far along. I could have produced the videos without financial help, but because that was my intention. But the fact that you did help, it makes it so much more rewarding and powerful, and that you were a part of this knowledge and learning process, and consider yourself enlightened or in the know. Okay, it's a beautiful day. I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.